This is the story of Peter and Bakita in their undying quest for basic education despite extreme deprivation and poverty. Welcome.
What shall we do?
It is before sunrise when we visit Peter at home. We are looking for first-hand details about his background. Here we find Peter and his mother in the kitchen, busy preparing breakfast. This is a humble background, typical of many homes in rural Kenya. The family uses firewood for fuel, blowing in to kindle the fire is the order of the day. Breakfast is ready, and Peter gets his share. It is nothing more than a cup of tea, laced with some milk and a little sugar. This would hardly pass for tea in Europe or the developed world, but Peter appreciates this all the more, knowing that perhaps their neighbors will have nothing. It's finally time to leave for school, and Peter says bye-bye to his mother. Along the way, Peter joins his friends, and together they head to Karamaine Primary School, about a kilometer away from home.
What shall we do? What shall we do?
Meanwhile, Bakita and her friends have woken up. She is a refugee from southern Sudan, and they live in a community of 10 children and 1 caretaker. To them, morning is a great time to run through the books to prepare for the day's lesson. Unlike Peter's home, there is no breakfast, and there won't be any lunch for Bakita and her friends. Their only hope lies in securing education so they can afford decent meals in their future.
Hatuwezi kula breakfast kwa sababu tukikula breakfast ule unga tunanunua kidogo, tukitumia na breakfast hatutasalia. Ili tukaa kwa breakfast alafu tunapika hata lunch, hawatakula lunch. Tunangojea tu supper. Kai ni kusukuma nini ya kesho na hii sukuma ni ya leo.
It is 6:45 a.m. and pupils are streaming into Karamaine Primary School. But as we soon realize, the school's gates are locked. So Peter, like other pupils, gets into the compound through the fence. There are many activities going on around the compound. The pupils are jovial and welcoming. Some even challenge Mr. Lothar, NGUVU Edu SPORT Programs Director, to ball-heading contests. Being Friday, there will be hosting of the national flag at the assembly, and preparations are underway. It is assembly time now. Peter joins his friends on the back row. These are class 8 pupils, the candidates sitting for the National Primary School examination this year. Peter is one of the candidates and one of the brightest pupils at the school. The bell goes and it is class time. In Peter's class, all pupils and the teacher are already in, so the lesson starts. This is Karamaine Primary School staff room. There has been a nationwide teachers' strike where teachers were agitating for better working conditions and salaries. Strike ended without the teachers getting any of their demands. We head to Gachororo Primary School looking for Bakita. Like at Karamaine Primary School, the pupils at Gachororo are equally jovial, happy to be in school. We finally get Bakita's classroom. She is in class 5. She has 3 more years to go to clear her primary education. The teacher is already in, and the Swahili lesson is in session.
Sawa, Bakita atusomee sentensi nambari ya pili. Kila mtu asome hiyo sentensi. Kichwa chake kinaonekana. Pigia makofi.
Peter and Bakita are both participants of NGUVU Edu SPORT program organized by Mr. Lothar. Here, all poor children from Gachororo and wider Juja area meet during school holidays to learn important life skills. The program aims to make children strong through education and sport. Among other things, the children are taught teamwork, discipline, fair play, tolerance, and respect. The children are also taught about conserving the environment through garbage collection and disposal. Best performing students in various areas are honored with certificates. This time round, Peter won the certificate for outstanding leadership. Despite all the fun, reality sets in for Peter and Bakita when darkness falls. They have to do their studies under poor lighting. Peter uses tin lamp, while for Bakita, electricity was disconnected for lack of cash to pay for the service. Peter has his mother as a guide through his homework, but Bakita has no one to turn to but her age mates in the room.
Achiziwa unawo utachiwana. Ende uchiziwa unawo utachiwana.
Despite all the odds standing against their path to academic success, Peter and Bakita hold on to their hopes that help will come someday to make their quest for education much easier and bring their lifetime dreams within reach. Until then, the struggle continues.
Yeah,